Welcome back to Chicago by Night. Night falls over the Windy City and the Odd Job Gang is on the case. Some kind of case. What case? We don't really know. Several cases, potentially, and maybe they're completely unrelated to each other, or maybe they're not. It's confusing, but that's normal for the Odd Job Gang at this stage. This show is rated R for...
Rock and roll. Rock and roll.
Oh, wait. Say it again. Now you can say it.
Rock and roll.
There we go. Yes. And also for mature themes, because these are vampires, and vampires are generally not very nice people, and they do bad things to people very often. We'll call the Odd Job Gang our protagonists, but not necessarily our heroes. I think that there's a bunch of NPCs that we met last session who would agree with that description, given, outcomes here and there. So, with us this time, we have players.
I guess I'll begin. Hello, I am Dominic. Any pronouns? I am playing Sylvester Bjornsson, a rockstar Malkavian who definitely is investigating a mystery and not doing anything else. No.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe the mystery of what's-her-face's pants.
What?
That's
Anyway, I am El Duende, pronouns any all. I am playing as Tony Hernandez, the Bruja gangster.
Hello, I am Ender, pronouns he, him. I'm playing Kate Peretti, apprentice to the Third Circle of Clowns Premier, cult leader, and bitch.
Yeah, no, major bitch.
I'm Roger, I'm playing Goldtooth Charlie, caitiff gangster. It seems his life is about to turn into a Noah and the Whale song, as this may be his last night on Earth.
Not a free. I'm Jan, I'm playing Ivy, the venture businessman who is slightly rootless.
A little bit, maybe. A little bit. Yeah, Goldtooth. You're out on the dunes, the Chicago dunes, where nothing bad can ever happen, and everything is just fine.
Yeah, it's just, what is it at the moment? Is it rain or snow at the moment?
Oh, at the moment it is... Good question. At the moment it is gray with fast clouds, but no actual precipitation. Isn't that
So
nice?
here's Charlie's just walking through the dunes, like with his coat wrapped around him and the brim of his hat down, just being this combination of angry and terrified of what a mess vampire society is.
And he's not wrong, is he? It is a mess. It is an unholy place to be. You are undead, but you're also cursed, and maybe the full realization of that curse and what it means will settle upon Goldtooth. Now, is Goldtooth lucky tonight or not? What do we think about that?
Ooh.
Apparently rolling high is good in this system, isn't it? Maybe you're lucky. Should you be renamed Lucky Goldtooth Charlie?
Are you tonight's big loser?
At 4 a.m. this March 6, 1991, there isn't a whole lot of people out here who might want to be interested in being out and about, because let's face it, it's not terribly warm, it's technically late winter, I guess. It's just nasty weathers typically. It's not hiking or camping season at all. So you get to be very alone out here for a stretch of time. I built this up so much last session, and here we are with a complete anticlimax, right?
Damn.
Yay.
And I had so many ideas of how Charlie might handle it if the wolves did turn up. I guess
Well, the
that will not
wolves-
be this night.
Yeah, handle
wolves-
it by getting tossed around and then dying.
The wolves can't be everywhere all the time at once. But Goldtooth Charlie wouldn't know anything about that because right this particular moment, he is unaccosted by everything and just alone with his own thoughts. Might even feel pretty good. Did you... I'm going to give you back willpower from last session because it's a new session, right? And Ivy regains as well. Speaking of Ivy,
Yes.
you were mostly hanging out in the Haven, right?
Yeah, I was looking at the book.
And getting nowhere.
Since it's a new session, could I have another examination of it, or...
Well, okay then, I guess.
The book hasn't
You could say-
changed.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just like an extended roll where a certain amount of time passes and you try again.
Are you just,
Just a
looking at a
reminder-
blank book? Just looking at a blank book and screaming, "Make sense, damn you!"
Exactly.
Oh, that reminds me of the
this
days.
time, I think I want to look for anything like out of the ordinary, if that makes sense.
I mean, you're already looking
Yep.
for anything ordinary. Just reminded people to add new desires to their characters for the session.
Yes,
already.
thank you. This is true. So you can regain temporary willpower. Superficial willpower damage is what it's called in this edition.
Anyway, so last time I was looking for any kind of spy stuff. So this time I'm just looking for anything unusual. Well, Labby.
With your 2 take half successes, it's a nice rare book, antique. Nah, you're stumped. I'm not getting anywhere with this stuff.
Oh, okay, it's an antique book. Do I know? I guess. Do I know like a store in Chicago that would deal in like rare books?
Oh yeah, do you? Your academic specialty is American history. You have some contacts. What are your contacts about? Have we established that?
They're mainly in the Chicago, like literati.
High
So
society.
like some of them would be in the like what in the financial sector, and some of them would be just devs.
Yeah. So no one who is necessarily interested in these kinds of books among your contacts.
Okay,
Um,
but this
yeah.
is 1991,
Yep.
and the yellow pages exist.
The yellow pages do exist. So we're
So
gonna
I guess I'm going to look through yellow pages for someone who a bookshop that describes himself as like an expert on antique books.
You are going to find such bookshops. None of them are associated with the name Dennis Hurdon, however. And Hurdon, of course, was the one who signed the letter to you, which was also
but,
written in fine vellum with a perfect calligraphical handwriting style.
But I was beginning to think that he needs this book looked at by somebody. So is there any of them that say they're open all night or something like that?
No, they're open regular business hours. Thank you very much.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to wait till tomorrow or something. Okay, so
That makes sense.
I guess I'm out of ideas for a minute. You can move on to somebody else.
You could tell your ghoul to go check the bookshops if you wanted to. Because then, so as long as it's done, it's booked in for tomorrow before you fall asleep with sunrise.
No, my ghoul is doing my project, so I can't use it for
Yep.
anything.
Yep. Working hard for her master. Kate was spending the rest of this night looking after her touchstone, wasn't she?
Looking after slash spying on,
Stalking.
yes.
Stalking. That's looking after, isn't it?
Yeah, from a distance. I guess there's safety in distance.
Stalking, it's loving surveillance.
I just want to make sure that everything's working out for her. And right now she's just trying to distract herself by focusing on the path not taken, which is what my touchstone represents. Because same age, same friend group, we're planning to go to the same university, and then I got killed. So I'm living vicariously through them.
You are, indeed. 4 a.m. This is... What day of the week do we have? It is, in fact, a Wednesday at 4 a.m.
So hopefully nothing's happening.
Yeah. You're gonna be, what, trying to go to her dorm? Climb on the outside of the building to look in through the window at her sleeping?
I've probably just climbed a fire escape of a nearby building and just have binoculars.
That makes sense. That's also creepy in
A lot easier to do
It is a lot easier
with
to
my
do.
physical skills.
Yes. There is a Tremere ritual for climbing on walls.
Oh yeah, I've recently spent my experience and I'm happy with it.
It turns out that she is actually burning the midnight oil. She is sitting... You can see there's a gap in her curtains, and she's sitting on... You know the couch, the worn one. She's sitting there, and there's a pile of textbooks and crumpled notes around her. And there's a typewriter, and she's writing on it every once in a while, and then swearing that she has to go back and use Tipex type of thing to remove mistakes that she makes with the typewriter, because this is 1991 and she doesn't have a word processor yet. She's a student.
Makes sense.
And apparently she's eaten half a burrito or so. It's on a coffee table.
We
It's
actually
just
had one
gonna-
of the word processors of this era back then in real life. And I forget what model it was, but it was like the real old, like green text on black background kind of thing.
Yeah, that was the Microsoft DOS one. So
No,
Windows
I don't think it wasn't a PC. It was just like a standalone word processor. It was just this one company made the hardware and the software, and I don't think there was like any crossover. What it was called?
In those days, Macintosh had actually come out with a word processor that didn't have that particular. So if you were a rich person, you would have a Macintosh sitting on a... It was like more than $1,000 in 1991 value, which is like hilariously expensive today.
Thinking about it, she's going to try and... Is like pen pals a thing these days, or like emails?
Oh, absolutely. Pen pals is a thing.
I think she's going to make the bad decision to go back to the Haven and try to reach out. Like, not as herself, as someone else from a different side of the world, and just try and reach out somewhere. Oh, I'm contacting you because it's daytime where I am.
Hello, I am Natalia of Moscow. You Americans very exciting to me.
Yeah, basically, I think she's gonna go back and just try and spark up, and not even like a deep thing, just try to get a conversation started between the two of them, even if she's pretending to be someone else.
Wait, so if she doesn't have a computer, how's this going to work? You're going to do it with even more mail fraud?
No, I'm thinking more because she's a student. So in this case, she may have an email account, but she wouldn't be able to access this all the time. So she'll find the email tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, she would
When
have.
she
She
go-
would go down to the student union building to access the email. Basically.
Yeah, like it's not something she would have access to 24 hours, and that's actually probably a good thing, because I'm not going to respond during the daytime, and I will just correspondence back and forth. I'll try to start that. Obviously lying through my teeth, but also trying to be genuine as much as I can. I'm aware this is a very bad idea for
It's
1,000
going to
different
be a
reasons,
very,
but
very healthy relationship over long distances with no complications at all, I think.
no complications.
I can't believe Kate invented catfishing.
I'm not trying to get anything from her, but just some semblance of seeing how her life's going.
Speaking of how your life's going, as you're getting down from your little perch, I'm sure you've been trying to sneak a little bit, which in your case is not really impressive.
not-
Oh my god. Are you going to be caught by the local campus police? Because you're doing trespassing and stuff? This just got
I
interesting.
look like a student, aside from the fact that I look like I've just got my face smacked off.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Yeah, that is fair.
So if she does get caught, she's just gonna spin a lie. Oh,
Yes.
sorry, I was escaping after my.
Someone
with
assaulted
my
me.
boy-
Catch them. They're over there.
No, this was nothing. I tripped and fell. It was fine. I just didn't want to be seen by the others, so I came out the fire escape.
Walked into a door or something? Yeah, I heard that one before. But since you don't want to press charges, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, she's just gonna try and discreetly leave now that she's got a plan in place.
And as you're getting to your vehicle, what does Kate's vehicle even look like? I don't remember.
I believe it was the most generic. Like, it wasn't a fancy car. It was
Honda
I
Civic.
think I
There
wrote
we
it
go.
down somewhere. Did I write it down?
What was the Honda Civic of 1991?
Exactly. It was like a Corolla or something.
Yeah, I think so.
A Nissan Bluebird.
There was a Honda Civic in 1991 too, yeah. Anyway, you're making your way to your very generic car, and you're gonna notice that a couple of people are in fact doing things. A couple of young people. They're college age, but they're definitely not dressed as college kids, let's just say.
They're dressed as out-of-towners, or?
No, more gang members or something?
Oh no. Do they look like Latin Kings? Because I would know what a Latin King looks like, but I wouldn't know what any other gang member looks like enough to identify them.
They
Actually,
do
I'm pretty
not.
smart and aware, so maybe.
They do not look like Latin Kings, no.
Do I recognize their gang colors? Would it just be intelligence streetwise?
What is it
or-
streetwise? Yeah, wits and
I'd argue
streetwise.
that, yeah, wit streetwise, maybe.
I'm trying to go off my memory, not my
Fair enough.
talking with
Fair
people.
enough.
Alright.
Streetwise and
Either way, definitely streetwise. Yeah.
oh,
Damn,
not bad.
that was a good roll.
That was a good roll.
With no streetwise, yeah.
That was.
I
a
guess
good
you've been
roll.
listening to what the Haven Guards have been saying.
Yeah. Just passively been listening to Tony and the guards as they're moving back and forth. Maybe they're describing doing raids on different groups and
Yeah, they've talked
like
about
taking
what colors
trophies
they
and
have
stuff.
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, these guys are following you.
Oh, they're following me.
Yeah, they're following you to your car. And they're trying to be secretive about it too.
How
Apparently
many of them
didn't
are
work
there?
out this. What was that?
How many of them are there?
Two.
2. I'm gonna try to heal a bit just before this happens.
Uh-huh.
That's okay.
Yes.
You're sensing the boss battle.
I'm not sensing a boss battle, but I'm very low on health, so even though I'm a vampire, fuck me up.
This really is Night of the Carjackers.
Night of the
It's just a
Card.
rouse check, right?
Yes.
How funny would it be if, like, one of these guys were actually just carjackers while the others were actually, like, important to the plot?
Okay, so I'm on 2 superficial and nothing else, which is better than it was.
Yep.
Okay. So the spider webs heal up a bit, but
You can't.
the
You can't
damage
heal
is
your.
still
You
there.
can't
The
heal
struc-
aggravated
the-
immediately.
Yeah, no, the damage is still there. It just looks better on the surface.
Yeah. So you can't heal your.
Yeah, no, I
Right,
just healed
okay,
the superficial.
got you, exactly. There you go. Okay, so yeah, they're trying to sneak to their vehicle. It, apparently, didn't really.
So I'm going to my vehicle. Are they trying to follow me, like, on foot? Or are they trying to get into their vehicle?
They're
As far
going
as
to
I
their
can-
vehicle, which is also a rust
Okay.
bucket of a clunker. You've heard of them from the Latin Kings, judging by their colors. Something street hustlers.
Street hustlers, okay. And there's 3 of them, so my mental powers probably wouldn't work as well.
Two of them. Two of them.
Oh, 2 of them, sorry,
Yeah.
yep. In that case, I'm going to try to lead them. I'm going to drive, as I normally would.
Yeah.
And I have a phone, so I'm going to try and call the Haven while I'm driving.
All
Which is the
right.
safe thing to do.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, calling with brick phones while driving. Safe to do, kids.
Very safe. Absolutely. That is what the brick phone is for. So you can call people while you're in the phone. It's a mobile telephone. It's a portable. That's
Exactly. It's
right.
designed to survive the car crash, right?
Yes. It'll go through your brain pan easily and remain intact, so your heirs can use it. Anyway, Ivy, as you are sitting and having your frustrations with the book and looking through the yellow pages, someone is calling, and you're the only one in the house at the moment.
Ring, ring. You
Yeah?
there? Jan, you there?
Hello, yes? Hello?
Yes. There we go. Someone
Yes.
lifted the phone. Okay.
Yeah.
He's answering.
Yeah, Kate's calling you. From
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
Yep. Yeah.
And I love how not awkward this conversation is.
Sorry, you just hear the sound of cars coming past. Ivy, is Tony there?
No, I think he's out feeding.
Great. Is one of his bloody henchmen there? The
They're-
guards?
They're around the place, yeah.
Okay, call one of them
What's he-
over. I need to talk to them.
Okay, I guess I'll call one of the Latin Kings over.
Very well. Yeah. As per your dot, you have 4 regular guards, I guess we can call them, and 1 boss that runs them.
Yeah, I guess I'd say the name of the boss and try to get him called over.
All right.
Yeah, okay, let's say
Right.
his name is Diaz.
Fair enough.
So
Groovy.
we call over Diaz and he's talking to you now.
All right. He's coming over. There we go.
Yep.
Look, it's the boss. It's the boss guy.
Haha,
Very
yes.
bossy, yes. indeed.
Diaz, I'm being followed by 2 members of one of your stupid fucking rivals. I think they're called something hustlers. I'm coming down the street.
Yeah, we deal with the
Where should I-
boss. No problem.
Yeah, where should I lead them to?
He's gonna give you an address.
Yeah. Specifically, I don't want my car being caught in one of your stupid gunfights.
Don't worry about it, Ese. We fix it. We will mess up these goddamn pendejos.
We'll see. She follows his directions and tries to lead them into an ambush.
Very well. Now, here's the problem for you. You have no drive skill at all.
Yeah, let's be fair, I'm not trying to offensively drive to anything fancy. I'm just trying to drive to a location.
Very well.
Unless they do something on the way that forces me to use...
No, they are just doing a classic old tale.
Yeah, I'm making it easy on them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. They are, if they are trying to, maybe they don't even know that they're spotted yet, but if they are trying to avoid being detected by you, they failed miserably.
Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, Kate just drives casual
Yeah.
into the gang territory.
Oh my god.
And tries to lead them into whatever ambush has been set up.
I hate to say it, Kate, but I don't hate to say it.
Yeah, do it.
Violating the boundaries and well-being of another depletes the soul, doesn't it? And
I think they're violating my boundaries right now.
they are.
They could leave at any point.
Yeah. Don't forget the other thing. It's do no harm but take no shit.
Yeah, this is taking no shit.
Okay. So,
Let's say right now they're violating my boundaries, and they're about to violate a different gang's boundaries. So anything that happens is on them.
Yeah.
In the logic of this scenario I'm seeing.
fair enough.
Also, I did not like how close they were to my bond.
That
They
makes
should not have
sense,
arrived
but
there.
that doesn't figure into the humanity dimension of it. That's
Oh, no,
that
that's
might be
fair.
a conviction thing that reduces a stain. So maybe you don't actually take any stains for this time because you're protecting your touchstone in your mind. I have a feeling that it's gonna turn out pretty ugly here, isn't it?
Probably. That's
I mean-
why I heal.
These homeboys. Okay, I'm gonna ask Tony what your instructions to them has been as like a first reaction. Is it just hose, if someone does anything bad, hose them down with bullets, or is the first thing you do to just go out on the street and have some baseball bats and just swing them to make them realize that they're in the wrong neighborhood? Smash up the side mirrors and maybe the windscreen. Maybe not jump it straight into lethal violence.
Yeah, like first option is head in with bats, cause a bit of a ruckus, inform them via just a little bit of violence
Yeah.
of just how ill-informed their decision to come here was. And then if they decide to stick around, escalate.
Very well. Yeah, Kate, behind you, you're gonna hear the whooping and yeeping of Latin kings who are absolutely happy to go to town on the rust bucket behind you. One of you've seen the headlights in your mirror all this time, and one of the headlights just is gone, and you'll hear the smattering sound of glass being shattered as baseball bats are descending on this vehicle, and it's gonna make
Doing that to a moving car is impressive.
it's not
Trying
gonna
to
be
go to a
moving.
moving car with a
It's-
baseball bat.
It's not moving very fast because it's a residential neighborhood. You're in not the main thoroughfare now. Like you were directed to a side street or an alley.
Yeah.
Precisely so that the cars would slow down. Yeah, no, he's not going to go out in the main artery and do this. No, you're in the back alleys now, behind residential houses, chain link fences.
Where the sound doesn't travel well.
Where the sound doesn't travel quite as far either. And they're coming out in an ambush and just bam, and starting to smack on this thing. It might be moving, I don't know, 10 miles an hour or something like that. It's not going to be faster
Yeah.
than 20, 30 kilometers an hour at this stage. It's slightly quicker.
It's easy to throw a brick through the car's window
Right.
from that speed.
So that's the treatment that these guys are going to be up against. As
Kate's just gonna keep driving. Not gonna
Yeah.
turn around.
that makes sense. That
She
makes-
may actually pick up in a Like, she may pick up speed a bit in a way, just, oh no, I'm trying to get away from whatever's happening.
Yeah, exactly.
A normal person would. I didn't cause this ambush.
You didn't. No. I think you have shaken the two tails that you had. The tail you had there, yeah.
Thank you, Tony, for your assistance. Thank you, Jan, as well.
No problem.
Of course, Kate is not the only one out and about this night.
No.
Specifically, we have Tony, who has decided to go to the Succubus Club for some funsies. Because this is
with my
where,
ghoul Dexter in tow.
with Dex, because this is where you're gonna find the gang. Specifically in the labyrinth. So you're actually gonna be downstairs. It's 4 a.m., but people are still partying like there's no tomorrow. And you've done an amazing tracking job tonight to track down the people that apparently are in this gang that makes the tags, does the ruckus, all the things that you've been hearing about. And you are in fact going to see, I think, some of those people this very night. Where are my notes? Ah! There we go.
Direct confrontation right now would be a bad idea.
What do you mean by right confrontation?
Direct.
Oh,
I said direct.
Okay, I'm sorry. The confrontation. What? I'm sure you want to have a direct confrontation with everyone. That's,
Yeah, the labyrinth. Yeah, hell no.
It's the perfect place. You recognize one of them.
Shit.
Depending on what part of the labyrinth, it could be the perfect place.
Ah, could be. Yeah, they're standing there and slamming to the music and having a lot of fun because that's what you do when you're a vampire and out partying. Whatever industrial sound they're headbanging away to.
Tony definitely keeps his distance from this group while also doing his best to observe things about them. Maybe try to find out if any of them are not breathing and confirmed as a vampire, or maybe perhaps see who's a vampire, see who's a ghoul or regular human.
That is the question, isn't it?
Yeah. Because fighting other vampires would be a bad idea. I don't know how strong they are, and plus, from what I gather, killing a vampire, even an anarch, without a blood hunt, would be a bad idea.
Yeah, that is definitely a bad idea. You have recovered your lost willpower from last session. That is a good piece of news. But I would like you to see... Let's see now. Are we doing a wits and awareness here to really have a good look around?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you are not like
difficult.
Gold Tooth, or you're not like Sylvester, who can actually sense the unseen. So if anyone is obfuscating around here, you will never know.
Yep. This is going to be pretty difficult.
Are we gonna do a gauge here and blood search like we always do?
Nah, I'm just going to roll regularly.
Wow. One success
mean-
is not going to be enough to determine human or vampire. Certainly not down here in the smoke and the
Yeah.
flashing lights and the strobe going off and many different colors of lights sweeping across the dance floor and all of that. It's going to be hard to tell.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. You're just having a look around. I wonder if anyone there might make you out. Are you stealthing here?
Yes, I'm doing my best to pretend to be one of someone having a good time. Not
All right. I can allow you to do a dex stealth or a charisma stealth because both are appropriate in this place. You're in a very social spot here, and your specialty
Yeah.
is hiding. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, now it's time to pull a gauge.
Good for you.
Okay,
It works.
wonderful. That was all right. Now stealth plus dex. Now I added an S, so that's 2 extra points. And you know what? While I'm at it, might as well also add a blood surge, just to make sure. And
Didn't you just do that with your rousing the blood?
nope, that was for fleetness. And
Oh, okay, gotcha.
and you know what? Now I'm gonna do a blood surge and take half, so that's 5 successes.
5 successes.
Yep, 5 successes. So let's see. Okay, I am getting hungrier.
You are indeed. Then, with that level of success, I think you might avoid any notice at the moment. Nobody seems to react to you and go, "Oh, what are you doing here?" At least not down in the labyrinth. The question now is, oh yeah, you're gonna recognize one of them.
Yeah.
You've seen him before. You've seen this guy before, right? And you told him off
Yeah,
before.
he-
But he's not
Yeah.
the only one you've seen before. You've seen this guy before too, haven't you?
Yep, Damien.
Yeah. And he's sitting
Complicated.
by a table together with some people you haven't seen before. This guy. And this guy. They're hanging out. They have glasses in front of them. Maybe they're actually humans. Who knows? But they're sitting a bit further away from the mosh pit. And even as you're talking, or as you're sneaking around here, Dave is going to leave these guys and go join this other guy dancing and just head banging away.
I guess with that many successes, would I be able to get close enough to eavesdrop?
You can, yeah. It's gonna be really tricky and really hard in this kind of environment, but you had 10, how many, 5 successes?
Yeah, 5 successes.
Let's see now. Difficulty levels. Very hard is 6 successes. So let's go for 6 successes on this one because I'm cruel, but also because it's a nightclub and it's to get close enough. You know what nightclubs? I don't know if you know what, but you have to lean in and shout in each other's ears to hear each other talk.
Yeah.
Getting that close to eavesdropping on someone, not easy.
Yeah, that would be difficult. In that case, then, it might be too risky to get close enough to hear them because, yeah. I think I'll just keep my distance and keep an eye on them then.
Very well. Sooner or later they're gonna leave the club, right?
Yep.
That will be your chance to strike.
Not strike, just learn more. Because striking another vampire would be a very bad idea. I need to get all of my facts straight before I do that.
Yeah, allegedly it could be a bad thing, yeah. Syl, what are we doing this night over in your part of town?
Currently, I'm in Gary, which is a little bit awkward.
I don't know why it would be awkward. It's perfectly nice and normal and...
Yeah, you know. I still have
Nice.
status within Gary, which is very funny. Regardless.
Yeah, you've had the night of your life. You've had, a good night is what you've had.
Indeed.
Could have been much
Um,
worse. There we go. Gary Streets.
That
It's
looks
not-
pleasant.
Surely. No, it's not pleasant. Of course it's not pleasant. I think Leo is going to be all like... when you're finally coming out from the back rooms, Leo is going to be... Yeah. Looking
jealous.
at the floor in front of his feet and just taking another drink, a stiff drink. He might be a little bit intoxicated by now.
He doesn't drink, so no.
Okay, he doesn't drink, so
Unless he
no.
very much goes against his own convictions.
That's fair.
Is he like straight edge, or is it just alcohol? and-
Yes. Only thing he has is caffeine, maybe. That's it. Probably has the coffee or something, since it's so late. But yeah, looking at Leopold, what's his mood looking like?
Terribly foul?
Say that again?
A very foul mood. Yeah.
I think Sylvester just takes an arm around his shoulder and goes, "Hey man, what's up?"
Are you done?
Yeah, I guess.
What took you so damn long? I'm not gonna
I
ask.
mean-
That's your business. Sorry. I'm sorry, boss. I'm not gonna ask.
You know how it is in this business.
I don't really. It's just a weird thing. That's what it is. I still can't wrap my head around it. Like,
You're tired? It's quite late.
he's gonna roll a wits and insight check to find out if he can suss out what you were doing with that lady so long.
Oh no.
I'd argue that it won't take a lot of successes.
That's up to Syl.
I'm coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine.
So,
What is the actual description of insight? Is it like the replacement? What was empathy?
Yeah.
Before.
It's like reading people
Yeah.
in general.
So for you then, I guess you need to do a manipulation subterfuge to appear completely innocent and not having done anything that might make him jealous or whatever.
He's not necessarily lying, he's just not going into the nitty-gritty details, which I guess would be subterfuge, but
Yes, yes, it
it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you like the intricacies of what I do in the bedroom. Relation and
we made
subterfuge.
sweet love. Is that what you want to hear? Then, apparently he will accept your lame excuses completely. Alright, well, I guess so, yeah. I guess you're right. That's how it is. Okay.
Yeah, this job I just got women falling on me all the time.
Is there anything else we need to do tonight out here?
We don't have to do anything. You can go to bed if you want. It's like 4 a.m. He looks at the
Alright, but
clock.
won't you need a ride back?
That's a good question. Where does Leopold live? Does he live in Chicago now? Or would he still be in Gary?
Leo, he has a place, but he tends to sleep wherever you sleep, which has been the group haven so far.
Yeah, we should make our way back to Chicago. I think so.
Alright. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, I'll
It's an
drive.
improvement upon the place I had in Gary. Whew.
Arr.
Yeah. Even I admit that's look like I live like a hobo over there. Huh?
That's what I'm not one. I don't particularly want to live like a hobo myself. We do whatever the job requires of us.
Now we have not one, but 2 bathrooms. Leopold, we have 2 bathrooms. Isn't that amazing?
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
The perks you get for this job, pretty sweet, really. Yeah, I couldn't really complain. Maybe I should. But 2 bathrooms is a lot more than 1. We have truly come up in the world, haven't we?
Yeah, and the shower doesn't flood the apartment anymore. It's great.
Yeah. So, little talks about nothings.
Mystery dice.
Yep, mystery dice for absolutely no reason. Mystery dice for absolutely no reason. All the mystery dice.
Hey, you want to roll a wits paranoia check?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
It's a
just
wits
like
paranoia check.
like unseen presence, whatever it's called. Sense the unseen, yeah.
Alright, so we're going back to the Haven, back to Chicago. You should be there at 5, which is 2 hours before sunrise and everything. Wait, is it? Really? 2 hours before sunrise? Sunrise, Chicago, March 10th. Is it really? Yeah, okay. Apparently it's 7 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
in March. Who knew? Oh, is it because
it's
they've
nice to
done
be
like
alone
daylight
in
savings,
Haven.
maybe? I think it's probably because they did daylight savings. Anyway, you are on your way back, and I can tell you that someone who's not on his... He is on his way back now, isn't he? Gold-Toothed Charlie. He's out on the dunes, and everything has been nice and calm, and you're walking back to your vehicle, and so many other times... Where did that go? Where's my...
Things go horribly wrong.
Yes, exactly that. Wait, what? No.
30 to 40 Black Furies show up to tear you limb from limb.
That would be terrible.
Bryce shows up.
Bri-
Especially Bryce.
Funny enough, she isn't combat based, but I don't know. You never know.
You could get lucky.
It seems like those kids who were following you have stopped doing that at least, so that's good news. Finally get the moment to be alone.
Oh no.
It's been a
Oh,
while,
no.
hasn't it? What do you mean, oh no? You going up towards your vehicle? It's going to be in the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
There's a fellow there. He's walking around. Has lots of... He's bundled up, let's just say. Pokes around with a stick in the garbage bags around the parking lot. Looks at you with a bit of a side eye, and otherwise apparently doesn't care too much about you.
Oh no, it's a bonar. That's a bonar.
Out in the desert? Unlikely.
I don't know, it's just... I have a feeling.
You have a feeling?
Okay.
Yeah, this is totally a bonar.
Maybe,
Digging for
maybe
the trash
not.
is very bonar behavior.
Very bonar behavior. What you are gonna get, of course, in terms of behavior, is this fellow looking up at you and going, "What you doing out here? Don't know who you are, friend, but I know trouble when I smell it. This ain't your place to be."
Yeah, Charlie's gonna like acknowledge him, nod towards him, and say, "Had too many near misses for one night. Came out here to think and clear my mind."
Yeah, I'd clear my mind somewhere else if I were you.
And
He just wipes his nose a little bit.
And Charlie, his eyes narrow, and he said, "When I understood it, this beach was desegregated 20 years ago."
He's just gonna be like, is that way, is it? You're just a bit pale around the gills for my taste.
Oh.
And Charlie will just lean back, but he's probably got back in his car now, and just leaning back on the car. And he's like, been a while since anybody was mad at me for not being black enough.
First time for everything, friend. First time for everything. But you're doing the right thing. He shudders a bit.
And I guess now Charlie sort of had his sort of a moment of defiance, and that didn't really make him feel any better. And he's just going to say, like, almost this is like a distraction from going back to the vampire bullshit. And he's going to say, "You doing okay out here? You got somewhere to stay?"
Don't you worry about me, pal. This whole place is my place.
And Charlie will say, "A nice place it is too." Tip his hat, get in his car, start the engine.
Yeah, he's drawing a very deep breath. Fresh air.
And then the car backfires.
And then the car backfires. Bam! And he's like, ugh, stinky. And just walks out into the dunes. I guess that's when Charlie is starting to head home, isn't it?
Yep. Now that he's got his warning that next time he comes here, he will probably get fucked up by bone gnawers.
Or something. I suppose this means that... Why do I have such a hard time finding the different... There we go, Coterie Haven. I knew that Kate is back with Ivy in the Haven again. And everything is nice and quiet, and you're safe. That's what you are, aren't you? Safe?
Everyone's safe and happy.
In the Haven.
Just imagine Ivy just has a 1,000-yard stare while looking at the book.
I get
What does
there
it
after
mean?
losing a tail. Oh, wait, no, Ivy, this is the old book. What are you looking at? That's just an old diary I have. I bought that on Etsy like a week ago.
Oh dear. That's sad.
I'm guessing it's close to dawn at this point.
That's a couple of hours out.
Yeah, I guess Kate's just gonna send up an introductory email pretending to be an exchange student trying to get a feel for what Americans like. And just
Right.
say
Send an email to your touchstone.
yeah, I'll send an email to my touchstone while pretending to be someone else. This is healthy behavior, and I'm choosing to believe that.
Absolutely. What are we doing? This is 5 a.m.
Guess
You-
I better
you-
start
you-
going back to my haven.
You heard the noise outside, the whole smashing of that vehicle.
Yeah, but Ivy thinks it's rude to be too nosy, so he...
That makes sense.
If Kate isn't willing to share, he's not going to pry.
That makes
Well,
sense.
I'm imagining that didn't happen directly outside the Haven.
That's fair. That's fair. But there was some
Like, I'm-
screaming and such, and he might have picked up a little bit of that. So
Maybe. I was imagining like a block or two away at the least.
yeah, and then
The
someone.
whole
who,
point is to not tell them where I live.
Yeah, and then there was probably someone who did a really rapid reversal thing where burnout with the tires and all that. So that probably made some noise too. Yeah.
Things were a bit chaotic.
Yep.
As Kate gets back to the Haven, she's going to say thanks for passing on that message.
No problem.
Have you been here looking
Yeah.
at that all night?
Yes, I'm trying to see what's going on with her.
Surely you've got better things to focus on.
Not right now at the moment. I'm waiting for things to develop.
Sorry, I always imagined your sorts with spreadsheets and documents and closures and business deals.
Yes, but it is.
Sorry, the idea of
5
you
a.m.
staring at a blank book for hours on end is
But
almost disappointing.
Hmm.
To each their own. You choose to spend your nights your way.
But, it's almost long, so I must go get back. Do you think we should get this book seen by somebody who's an expert in books?
I believe we'll have to wait for whatever news or delivery we receive for the next step in that. I believe the book is just a book. It's proof of age.
Okay. If you say so, you'd know more than me.
A
I'll see you.
bookspurt, if you will.
No,
Expert.
a book spurt.
Feral librarian and the wild will grab one.
Clearly a book spurt, yes.
I guess Ivy starts heading back to his haven.
Yeah, as Ivy's coming out, Syl and Leo are coming back, so I guess you might be passing each other on the way or something?
Hey,
Hey ho, it's back to work we go.
leaving? I think Sylvester will just say to...
Yeah.
Alright, you have your own place. Not sure that's true.
Yeah, he does have his own place, doesn't he?
Probably with one of those beds with the fanciest feather pillows or whatever. Or are you like one of those people who's just, I need a coffin because you didn't got a whole vibe?
Why would he be that?
Or vault.
No, it's just a normal bed. It's whatever.
Prince Loden had a vault. Someone actually broke into that once.
Oh? What happened?
You got better.
It got better.
Oh, Kate, hearing this conversation on the doorstep, is just going to step out. We have guest rooms if you'd rather stay and wait.
No, I need to check in with like some mortal contacts.
Of course, no worries. And she walks
When
back
I'm
inside.
there, if I'm away for too long, people might worry.
Yes. I see how busy you are. And then she
Very
walks
busy.
inside.
Good night, good morning.
Good
Sleepy
something.
time.
So Leo and Sylvester, as you're getting out of your vehicle, you're locking it up, waving goodbye to Ivy, and he's driving away. You will notice that across the street, there is a bit of a rust bucket parked, and there is some kind of kids inside that rust bucket. Okay, I don't know why it wants to do the same token, but
Your zero crossover?
clearly. Yeah, they're apparently one of them is smoking a cigarette. You can see the small faint glow of the smoke there. Yep. As they're looking at you.
I think Esther just like throws up like a the rock and roll symbol before he heads back inside. Sticks his tongue out, you know how it is.
Alright, yep. And inside you go. Okay.
Get inside. I'm activating what's it called?
Unseen.
Sense the unseen
Sense the-
because I don't trust this place anymore.
Very well. It's the most safe place ever. Absolutely super safe.
Oh.
I guess I should do a hidden roll of wits and auspex against something that I decide. You don't even know what it might be. Looking around a little bit, no sign of any sneaks. No sign of any Nosferatu hiding in a corner somewhere.
No Nosferatu staring at me from a corner.
I'm guessing Kate sees you walk in and just start wildly eyeing everything. And she wait, yeah, something like we had an invisible guy here like a day ago.
You did, yes.
No, literally.
So maybe I should try that as well.
This night.
It's been a
It was-
long night.
It was
Just
nice.
Sylvester walking like absolutely super casual, and then he just goes full paranoia mode.
Yeah, then like you
longest
almost
night.
hunch down a little and your head like swivels a bit.
It's like,
And Kate starts looking through every nook and cranny too.
Yeah,
you
just to
know,
be safe.
just to be safe, from top to bottom. Yeah.
She
You
doesn't
don't see
find
any
anything,
Nosferatu
right?
this time. It's either because you are amazing at seeing everything and there's nothing here, or because they're better than you at hiding and
Wait.
can't see them.
Do we need to actively roll in this case? If we're choosing to look?
I've already rolled.
Oh, you've already rolled. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
And assuming we're going to sleep soon, and I can heal one aggravated a night if I
question:
rouse the blood.
when you roll, did you include a bonus dice? Because I do still have
Yep,
a
yep,
phlegmatic resonance.
Phlegmatic resonance is there. Yeah.
And I think I do have something to Auspex as well.
Did you drink phlegmatic blood too?
Yeah, the hobo.
Oh, I need to add
Auspex and
that.
Dominate.
Yeah.
long ass night.
Long night.
And I've just realised as well how bad it would have been if the homeless guy at the dunes had confronted Charlie when he was still paranoid.
That would have been great.
Kate does manage to rouse the blood enough to heal one of the aggravated damage, but she can only heal one a night. Which is... it's fine. It still looked like her face got rearranged.
Yeah. Okay. I need to learn the actual settings for this stuff, but anyway. I'm gonna add all the different blood modifiers between sessions at some point, so it's...
Yeah, I figured out how to do it myself.
Yeah, that was good. Meanwhile, so yeah, Kate and Sylvester is checking every nook and cranny of this place. Ivy is going home. That means that I have to ask... because right now, Goldtooth Charlie is en route, as it were. He's gonna be home at something like 6 or so. He's been far away, far away. Which means that we go back to Tony for a moment and ask about how he's doing with things here. They're still dancing on the dance floor, though I think some people are gonna start heading out because, let's face it, it's 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, these guys are gonna leave at this point.
Yeah. Do they leave together or like a...
Oh yeah, they leave as a group.
Okay then.
And
And I guess...
as they are leaving, they're coming out of the nightclub. Maybe we're actually gonna switch here to a different, because we're gonna be in the nightclub streets, which are mostly empty of people because it's 5. So almost nobody's gonna be around here. Dear. Tony. Where'd everybody go? There. And when they're coming out, they're actually going to be joined by someone you never even saw before. But they're
Yeah.
talking to them, so It's a young kid. He's like 17, 15, 16, something like that, but with this 1 foot tall mohawk and a leather jacket.
And I noticed the snow graphic. Does that mean it's cold enough where a normal human would have visible breath?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely that.
All right,
just
then.
not
Who has
actually
visible
snowing.
breath?
You know what?
Julie.
Let's see. There's no actual snow right now. It's just cold enough for the breath to be felt by anyone. Why don't we roll? Because it can be confusing when you're out in the streets like this to make out
Wits,
truly who's who.
Yeah. Wits awareness?
Yes, please. I'd like at least 3 successes here to tease them all out. Excuse me.
Oh,
Holy
very
crap.
nice.
Damn.
Look at you go.
You got this.
Yeah, they're all undead. None of them are breathing.
Yeah.
This is 5 deadites.
Then
So
I
it's
can't
kindred.
really do anything else, so I guess...
How close to them do you want to get?
Not very. At this point, there's not really much I can do, it seems. And plus, increases the chances that I'm caught, which would be very bad. So I think at this...
As you're coming out of the club, you're trying to be keeping your low profile, and the little kid just turns straight at you. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? Any of you guys know this guy? And the others will turn, and some of them will say, oh yeah, Genghis, for example, and Damien. Oh yeah, we know this guy. He's a traitor. He's with the sheriff.
Oh fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
Hey! Sounds like you have to stay with the Camarilla. Oh no!
What you want to do about this situation, Tony?
Run.
Yeah! I feel like that might be a good idea.
Running?
Or you could try to use your vaulted charisma to persuade them that you're not.
Negotiation. Hey, guys!
That's not going to work, because
Hello,
Genghis...
my fellow kids. I'm with you.
Genghis knows, and Damien, considering I have been avoiding him, would probably also know.
I bet he knows
Yeah,
where the
try to book it.
Elucid is. The kid says, I bet he knows where Elucid is. I haven't heard of him all night.
Yeah, it's time to run.
Oh no.
Shit.
Any one of them has celerity. You're fucked.
Oh, I know. I am completely fucked.
Cackle. Sorry, should I cackle like that? Maybe a little bit.
Hey, you gotta have fun when you can.
Yes. You are a hungry vampire, aren't you, Tony? Not hungry,
Oh,
hungry, but you are hungry enough.
Are you close to frenzy?
Here's the thing.
No, I'm at pre-hunger. I'm not that
Okay,
close.
that's not bad.
You are hungry enough, I'll say. Oh, I just noticed. This is the perfect place for a cliffhanger for a break, isn't it? Because consider this when you're thinking about your choices. You are still downtown Chicago, nightclub street. I'm not saying there are a lot of mortals out, but it's Chicago. There's always going to be someone outside. And if you're going to celerity your way out of this, you're going to break the masquerade.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Not to mention there's fucking maybe snow and ice on the ground still. Like.
Oh yeah, there's
Wait a
definitely
minute.
ice on the
Celerity
ground.
and
Ice
then,
patches
like,
everywhere.
Slip and
I
slide
might
into a
have an
wall.
idea, actually.
Maybe if
So-
you're lucky, there's no ice on like these streets, but
On the other hand, you know what the upshot is? It means they can't use their celerity powers either, if they have them, because masquerade
The
break.
downside is there's 5 of them and 1 of you, so they don't need powers to beat your ass.
This is true. We'll be back in 5, and here what Tony decides. See you then, everyone.
Do-do-do.
All right, we're back. And Tony has to make a decision. Is he gonna run for it? Or just let himself be absolutely pummeled by 5 angry anarchs?
Alright, this guy says, wait, he probably knows about Elucid. I say, who the fuck is Elucid?
Oh, we're gonna try to lie ourselves out of this.
I'm sure you're a great liar.
Subterfuge is that, and I guess charisma, because your manipulation is terrible.
Yeah, I just realized. You allow me to spend experience at plot appropriate times.
Not now. Not in the
Alright,
middle of a scene.
Alright then, fuck.
Not
It'll be
mid-lie.
worth a try. I will be activating my presence for this one. Oh,
It's not going to help you because presence doesn't help with with subterfuge.
oh
It
yeah,
helps
it
with
doesn't.
persuasion.
Fuck. Never mind then.
Yeah,
Unless you're lying about how cool you are.
exactly. Yeah, subterfuge manipulation, 2 dice. You're never going to get away with this one. They're going to see right through you and immediately know. So I guess
Crit.
for yeah, you could roll 2 10s, I guess. Miracles do happen.
Alright, and subterfuge charisma, that's
No,
4
no,
dice.
subterfuge manipulation. You're lying your way out of this.
Fuck.
Yes, yes, I am that level of critical.
Okay, yeah, no, this is... Alright. Yeah, I'm completely fucked.
Yes, you are.
Don't need to say it with so much joy.
Just a little bit. That is 2 successes. And are you the attacker? Which means that they need 3 successes to see through your guys. Your ruse.
Yep.
So that's
Yeah, I'm
wits
just
and
getting
insight.
the athletics sticks ready.
This is bad. They don't have that much in things.
Wait. If I were to somehow get away with this...
You should have blood surged.
They should, yeah, they should also blood surge.
But they didn't. Oh, fuck.
That was 2 of them. Only 3 left now.
Hey, as long as you're not throwing the first punch, you'll be fine.
Maybe you'll be saved by the fact that they're all absolutely terrible with wits and insight.
Cool. They're anarchs.
They are anarchs.
Oh.
This is not their strength.
Reading people are not their strong suit.
No, it really isn't. Their strong suit is pummeling people. Then. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, I'm gonna reveal this one.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh no.
One of
Dad,
them.
you're gonna get pummeled by Daddy D's messy critical.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
he's just gonna be like, "Oh, you son of a," and he is gonna because this is a messy critical. He doesn't actually have blink, but he's gonna daunt you. Oh, you. So intimidation. You tell everything you know right now, or I'm gonna shove this fist so far up your mouth it comes out your ears. So intimidation check.
Very far.
No, that isn't very far. Charisma, intimidation, plus presence for his daunt. That's not an enormous amount of successes, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah, that was not great.
And what, you've got to use resolve plus something?
Yeah,
Or
resolve.
composure?
Yeah, you can use resolve or composure. Composure works too.
Yeah, I feel like
an insight
composure-
works just great. Because your
Yeah.
insight is better than your intimidation.
Okay, wow.
4 success. Oh my god. This is going so great for them. You know what? In that case, let's burn a willpower because we have one.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Yeah, that helped.
Alright then. I might have another idea then.
You have... Oh, you haven't used your willpower yet. You could score another success, which actually reduces the amount of willpower damage you take.
Okay.
On the other hand, you would reduce it by 1, so it's not... Yeah, it's not going to make a good
You'd
difference.
spend 1 to reduce it by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So, yeah.
So the math is the
3
same.
points of superficial willpower damage as this guy's... He is muscular. He is tall. He is probably the nightmare for every Ku Klux Klan member ever. And just steps right up to you, like face to face. Very close by indeed.
Alright then. Tony will say, alright, yeah, I know Elucid. And
Fill it.
I know that one of you fuckers sent him to spy on us.
And then what happened?
One of our guys at the Haven found him, so we kicked his ass and we interrogated him.
I guess I should return the favor, huh? Where is he now?
I feel like at this point now it'd feel like,
Looking for the exit.
yeah,
Where is
You
he
know
now?
I don't know.
Fuck you, you don't know.
Alright, alright, Mikael, I have an idea. You know what? I'm just gonna run, fuck it. Fuck it.
Which
This
direction?
situation's unsalvageable, fuck it.
Which direction? Into the club or down the street?
Into the club, baby!
Yeah, running down the street wouldn't help you much.
Don't much know. This to me sounds like an initiative moment. You have
Yep.
rapid reflexes. You can observe incoming projectiles. Yeah, okay, that's just firearm stuff. Has nothing to do with anything else. Okay. Let's see who might be running faster. Will Tony get inside the club in time, or will everybody else just absolutely brutalize him?
Oh.
That's sad.
That's not a great spot.
It's not, is it? Yeah, no.
Is it literally everyone?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's everyone before Tony.
Yep.
Yeah. Damien will step up and just punch you in the face because you're outside the club. No, he won't. He will grab you because outside the club, it's not very seemingly, right? So he's just going to grab you. It's a grapple attack. So, Dex Brawl.
They're gonna try to take you to a third location.
You just rough him up a bit. Let him know he lives, or doesn't. Then, Tony,
I guess.
are we just gonna very quickly state that Tony's gonna get overwhelmed by these guys and punched until the edge of torpor?
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Because it doesn't feel like this feels very one-sided.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about what happened to Elucid is about to happen to me.
Yeah, that's basically it. They're gonna drag you with them to... I think your bonus here is, in fact, that it's 5 a.m. By 6 a.m., you're gonna find yourself very hurt out in the wastelands, in the barrens, pretty much alone. Dexter wasn't with you, was he? When you went into Succubus Club.
No, I think I told them to wait because,
Good.
yeah.
Because that's a good thing. So, yeah, they're just going to pummel you to, ouch.
Yeah.
Fist after fist just hits home. And they're not going to actually turn you into torpor, I don't think. It's going to be just make sure that you know that you feel it. How far are we going to take this? Maybe something like that. A couple of aggravated on top of it.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then they just like... Yeah, you're lucky we're not at war. We'd stake you to the sun, you fucker. Yeah, they will leave you out in the barrens and just get out of there. Yeah, we nailed one of the sheriff's stooges. They probably feel really good about themselves right about now.
At least things are very concrete about how we feel about each other.
Yes, they are. Very concrete indeed.
Yep. Yeah, so Tony's new goal is to kill at least one of them eventually. It doesn't matter how or when, I just want to kill one of them eventually. It doesn't matter if I lose humanity, they're dead.
They're dead to you now. Very well. Meanwhile, in a different part of the world, Charlie is in fact back in the Haven. Took you long enough, but you got there.
So who is currently in the Haven?
Currently in the Haven is Syl and Leo and Kate. Not Tony.
So I guess, and how long till we'll be asleep? Not long.
About
right?
an hour. Oh, haha. Goldtooth Charlie. I just rolled this for you. You know what you find outside the Haven? Sitting in a rust bucket. How many successes was 6?
Damn.
Charlie's
couple
on
of,
it, as he should be.
These kinds of folks who are looking at the house in a car and smoking cigarettes and yeah.
And are these different people to who were following Charlie around in Gary?
Yeah, but they have the same sort of bandana collars, which tells you that they're the same street gang. And since you have a messy critical here, we're gonna have to roll for a compulsion, I think. Either that, or you're gonna just walk right up to their window and smash in the window and maybe sate your hunger a little bit on one of them. Who knows? Up to you, Charlie.
Oh yeah, this is something. Just one question: is it a 4-door car?
Yeah.
And they're both sat in the front seats.
Yep.
And I just blink and be in the seat right behind them, Kung Fu Hustle style, before they even know what's happened.
Breaching the masquerade. That is very messy-critical of you. Roll a rouse check for that, because blink does require a rouse check, I believe.
Such a cool power.
It is.
Like, mind control's good, but Blink's flashy.
It is flashy. So,
You
whoosh,
guys are
you're
very
suddenly
lucky
in
they're
the
dealing with you and not me.
you're suddenly in the back of the vehicle, behind these two guys, and they're gonna be like, "Holy shit! For what? What the fuck?" Both of them. Jesus Christ! What the fuck? How? Yeah. They're freaking out. They have no idea what to do but you.
Yeah, so Charlie's just going to lean forward and get them by the scruff of the neck so they can't go anywhere. And just say, and he is hungry now, so he's really having to control himself to not just feed at this point. But he's just going to say, help you with something, gentlemen?
I think both of them will try to get away from you and run to wherever they can get. Because you just freaked them out something absolutely horrendously. So I'm going to roll a brawl check to get loose from your grip. Why don't you... You'll have to divide your dice, don't you? Because you're holding onto one of each. right?
I have to. Rush job is another thing I have to roll for, isn't it?
Yes, but rush job is not for combats, I don't think.
It's just to do,
No.
I
it's
don't
not
know, arts and
attacks.
crafts or parse through information really fast. It's
Yeah.
not so much combat.
So it's a strength plus roll.
Indeed. And you have... Your specialty is grappling, so you actually have 7 dice for this. So you can spend 4 on one and 3 on another. If you want to do that.
So roll, strength.
Yeah, okay. You'll have to decide how you're going to spend these dice.
Yeah, and I have actually my hunger state is like 1 better than I thought it was. So I think I can do a blood surge just to make sure this works.
You could.
And do I just roll them all as normal and then decide how to split them up, or?
No. You split the dice pool and then you roll the respective. So you can't assign this many successes to... Or can you? Wait a minute. This is 5th edition.
Yeah, 5th edition, anything goes.
Anything go.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing makes sense.
Cool.
Advanced conflict, extended test special, multiple actions, yada yada. Is this where the... Okay. Standard, extended, yada. Yeah, okay, you can just do... Yeah, roll the whole thing and assign. Whatever. Vibe checks here. We go with the vibes.
Well, yeah, now I can select the grappling modifier as well.
Absolutely.
Good. Okay, I cannot believe that happened.
That was terrible. There
Can
would
I
be
still willpower reroll, or can't you do that with bestial?
You can absolutely
You can.
willpower reroll. Only the black dice, of course.
Yeah, that's your issue. No, it's
Wait, so bestial fail is in combat, don't they add damage?
No, that's werewolf.
That's werewolf? Oh.
Yeah.
In vampire, I just...
One more success.
Fuck you.
So you have 4 successes in total against 5. So you're not going to grab both of them, but you will grab one of them, I'm going to say. The other one is definitely going to get away. So he's out of there.
Do you want to call out to the other one? Just say, if you leave, he's dead.
Roll a compulsion here, or should I? Let's roll a compulsion because this is funsies. So there's gonna be the beast within you is absolutely not happy with the situation at all, and as such, hunger.
I wasn't just about to say, it did say he was hungry.
He did say he was hungry, so here we go, a hunger compulsion. You really want to eat this guy now.
Let's hope there's not any early morning joggers.
Can I do it like under control, or would I just drain this guy?
No, you're just gonna drain this guy now. Yeah. So it's not quite a frenzy, but it's still, you can't help yourself. You will be able to stop yourself from actually killing the guy, but you will, like, the beast comes through far enough for you to just grab him and just bite really good into his neck. You can hear the crackle of cartilage under your teeth, even as the other guy's just running hard. How much did you want to drink? You now don't have 4 hunger, so you actually don't have to roll frenzy for... You can take a sip from this person, which will state 1, or you can do a harmful drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna take 1, and then I'm gonna chase after the other guy and take 1 of his.
Oh my god.
Well, that will require you actually get to him.
Your
Because he
plus 1
has blink.
foot is going to outrun Charlie.
Option 1, I've got blink.
Yeah.
Option 2, I'm in their car.
So
You want to lay on the horn just to get the Haven's attention?
Are you gonna? So the other guy, you're gonna run after the other guy with blink, then I guess, which is another rouse check, rousing the blood, to catch him up. Because otherwise, you're gonna have to chase him with your dexterity athletics, and he's already way ahead of you. You get hungry again, but with a blink, you will in fact catch up to the other fella, which I'm sure he is not very happy about at all. So down the street you rush. And he's gonna be like, huh? Shit. So what's happening now, Charlie? You're like, right in front of him.
I'm gonna take 1 unit from him as well to sate my hunger and leave him a bit sort of woozy. Then I'm gonna drag him back to the car, get the other guy
strength and brawl with your grappling everything. He gets to resist you at the very least. Maybe he can fight his way out of this. You never... Okay.
Okay, he's fine.
He's got 1 willpower, right?
He has 1 willpower. He's definitely using it. Because everything is enormously scary right now. He's hyperventilating. He is so scared of you. Let me out of here, man! Let me out of here!
Who wins in this situation? If I took half, I'd get 3 as well, so...
the attacker wins. You win.
So you win. So you manage to grapple him and bite him and take some blood from him. And that's going to sate your hunger once more, I guess. A little bit. And then you're going to drag him back to... This guy is no longer captured, so he can try to escape. He didn't actually take any damage because you only took the single blood. So just to be annoying...
The first guy starts running.
Yes, he does.
We're driving. He's in the car still.
Yeah, he's in the car. He just drives. He just Yeah, he just guns the car and drives away. So you are left with this guy.
He could try to blink into the car, right? Just a daisy chain of blink, get hungrier, take a drink.
It takes 3 turns to drain this guy. And because he blinked, the other guy is gonna be like, and then just boom, while he's looking in the mirror and seeing Charlie drink from his friend.
Oh no.
Oh, we're gonna have to kill that guy.
Yeah, that does make it worse. But I thought like a 1 unit was faster than that, but...
No, 1 unit is 3 turns. And in 3 turns, this guy is not gonna... Is he going to be able to outrun? Okay, let's reverse here because it's 3 turns. Let's think about the retcons here. How far could he possibly run in 3 turns compared to a vampire with blink? Can he outrun the range of your blink is the question. So let's have a look.
Blink doesn't have stated ranges.
It's
got
does,
vibes.
covering any distance under 50 meters while still having enough time to perform an action. So could this guy... run 50 meters
had about
in
like
turns.
18 seconds if it was free turns. I'm thinking.
I think he can definitely get to 50 meters. So he's going to be able to outrun the blink, which means that he's not actually going to be hit by... Okay, the other guy is still here. Retconning! That's what we're doing here. The other guy is still here. He's woozy and stunned and stuff, and you're holding on to him, Charlie. The other guy is out of range of your blink because he's running down the street and he's beyond 50 meters. So you can try to...
Use the car, run him over.
That could work.
Do it.
And if we use their blink to do that, like to get into the car seat, or like even a rush job or whatever, just to move the guy out of the car, out of the driver's seat, so you are driving the car now, then you will definitely have a chance to catch this guy. He is gonna, oh my god, he's gonna try to get out of here, and let's do a physical. He's gonna try to run into an alleyway and climb over like a fence or something to get away from your car. He's desperate to do it. He really wants to get the hell out of here. So he's gonna definitely spend a willpower on this. Boom, boom, and as such...
Do any of the people in the Haven just hear this commotion by this time?
when Charlie guns the engine of the vehicle, you will definitely hear the burnout. Yes. So I guess we can involve everybody else now, except Tony, who is in fact not here.
Yeah, I just imagine the camera pans to like the second floor, and then there's just
Exactly.
like the blinds opening as you see Sylvester in like a bathrobe going just.
What's happening here? And Kate, what might your reaction be when you hear the screeching and everything?
She's gonna look out the window to see what the fuck's going on, because she's not particularly fast. I guess she'll try to get to the front door and look out, just in case.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I should have like your street inside of your instead of the inside of your haven here. It feels this is what we have.
A street looks like any other.
A street looks like any other. Yeah. Not yeah, ish. I'll need to get a proper Latin Kings neighborhood thing, but
The biggest advantage is that it's very early in the morning, so they're probably tired, even if they're adrenaline.
oh yeah, like at 6, people are starting to wake up in their various houses. So I think there's going to be some attention from that. A dexterity drive, Goldtooth? Stunt driving is your specialty, so you can add that. So that's 6 dice. You need those 6 successes as the attacker to catch up with the street thug before he gets over the barrier. I think, do you get to add? You don't have fleetness. So blood surge then for your dexterity. Goldtooth?
I guess I gotta.
Dex and drive, add your thing.
Oh God. Okay, now I have to do a willpower reroll on this.
Yep. But you're very close to it now, aren't you? You might just succeed.
Fuck! Damn!
Oh, that was so close. So close. He gets away by the skin of his teeth. Just jumping over to the other side, and you're slamming into the like wooden barricade. It's just a bunch of it's a bunch of 2x4s nailed together, and he's on the other side and he's running. You know what? With that possible bestial failure and everything, I'm gonna say that you're through the wall and he's running in front of you. So he's one success on you on a chase here, but not more than that. Unfortunately, it was also a bestial failure. But you've already satisfied your hunger, so that compulsion is no longer there. So what will it be this time, we wonder? Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
harm.
Yep.
Call it! Run him over! Charlie, run him over!
So
Get
it's
his ass!
gonna be a physical test here for him to avoid being
Although just
run over.
in every game, Roger always drives over someone.
And here goes
This happens every time.
Goldtooth
Charlie,
Charlie.
on the
you
bingo
just
card.
need to put points in driving now. This is a thing.
Dexterity drive, stunt driving. Here we go.
Yeah, that's the new bingo. Roger runs someone over.
You can just take half and run him
I'm gonna have to
over.
note that down.
It's up to you how much Oh, you have to roll for this to do maximum damage on this guy.
Yeah, do it.
And it's hard, too. It's not a fast car, but it is a car. I'm going to say it's aggravated damage instead of superficial for every success.
Oh, okay.
Because of that compulsion, so I have to do this. I have to try and.
Yes, you have to. Or you can roll without doing it with a -2 because of your compulsion.
Do it. It'll be so good. It'll be the best.
I don't know about good. More like horrifyingly brutal and...
Yeah, right now El Duende is the beast telling you to harm this person.
Yes, yes, he is. We just entered...
Yeah, when I play this
Great.
game, it's like sometimes I'm just like the beast disguised as a human.
hell is going on?
Kill him!
What is going on is you drive him over. And that's not gonna go well for him. You just drive right into him and you hear a sickening squelch and a when you hit him against another wall. And his head just bounces back, poof, splats blood and brain tissue over the brick wall behind him, and then gonk down, and there's just a lot of blood coming out of his mouth as well. This guy is
I think he
stone
might be
freaking dead. He's just dead. You just
I don't know,
completely
maybe.
killed.
Check his pulse.
Check his pulse. On that wall or that wall?
Apparently, death
that
is
wall.
on the table for unreasonable people, according to Ruby Daggers. 2 stains. I don't even know if it shouldn't be 3 stains after all, because, like, this was the beast doing things. It wasn't even that you wanted to kill him because they were unreasonable. You wanted to scare them a bit, and then things got out of hand. And I feel like that conviction might not be applicable here. What does the table feel?
I think it should be a free, honestly. Now that you've that reasoning makes sense. Yeah, you fucked up. You just killed this guy for no reason.
Well, that's the thing. It's regret for what the beast did. And even though, but the whole definition is it was your beast.
Yeah,
So, like,
yeah,
the
but
guilt
the
would
conviction
fall
here
on
is
you.
You failed to control your beast. You fucked up.
the conviction here is death is on the table for unreasonable people.
And that wasn't what you were going for. You were trying to scare that guy, just like Mikkel mentioned.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
these guys didn't pull weapons.
Roger, what do you
Exactly.
say?
They weren't being
Yeah, I'm-
unreasonable. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with this being bad because Charlie was all through
Because
this
it
night was getting more and more like sick of the vampire bullshit. But then he got talked to Danov and like this dangled this possibility of Golconda in front of him, and then like he maintained his self-control dealing with Modius. Then went out into the dunes, calmed himself down, and was completely polite and reasonable with the hobo. And he was sort of feeling good about him, how that went. But now this also leads into I've got a build-up of XP now, and I was wondering how to spend it. Because I could justify putting it into the second dot of politics because of how much like Charlie's been reading and talking to people and stuff. Or I could have justified a few other 1 dot things like insight and stuff just for utility, and that would be reasonable for Charlie. But I think now I may have to just keep saving them up just for resisting vampire bullshit. Anything that would give me more control over the beast and give me a chance at Golconda after this horror show.
That
with
is composure and resolve for sure, yeah.
You can buff your attributes. That's always a good choice.
It is.
I'm
So,
pretty sure there's a Golconda lore page that has stuff like that you're looking for.
yeah, probably. Charlie, you're sitting in the car. The car is gonna need some repairs, probably, because you've literally driven it into a wall with sandwiching a guy. There's blood splatter everywhere, obviously. You're coming out of that haze where that beast took you, and the other guy is sitting next to you in the next seat, and he's just, "What the fuck is going on?"
Can I actually, the dead guy, can I go and drain any more blood out of him?
That's your first thought? Jesus Christ.
He's still hungry.
I'm at 3 hunger, I can still hear the growling.
You cannot actually hear the growling anymore because that's on 4 hunger.
Hey, let him have a bit of growl.
But there is a guy sitting right next to you who is absolutely possible to drink from.
Yeah, but this guy is already dead, so it doesn't matter if you drink from him.
That's
Completely.
true, though how much you might be able to sate yourself. It's like when you spill a drink on the floor and you try to lick it up from that's so undignified. There might be some blood left in his tissues. Yeah, that's absolutely true.
So was this my car or their car that I just wrecked?
It was their car.
Thank God for that.
Yep.
So I guess with this guy freaking out next to me, a cold calm descends on Charlie, and he just backs the car up, turns it around, and drives it into the Haven's garage with the guy still sat next to me.
The guy will want to try to get out of there. Absolutely. Because he's panicking. He's just going to start pulling on the door and try to open it.
And how many dice does he have? Can I just take half and hang on to him?
You have physical 3, 6, 7. Yeah, you can hang on to him. It's gonna make it harder for you to drive, mind you, but I guess you'll just grab a hold of him. Let's see now. Your drive is a 5. So if you devote 1 die to driving, and you have your strength and brawl plus grappling, that is 7 dice. So you'd have 6 in total.
Plus, I also have the stunt driving, which is a weird kind of use of it, but to just back up a car while hanging on to a struggling guy.
Because of this combination of elements, I'm going to allow you to get away with it. He's very close. Okay, if he can willpower his way to 1 more success, he's going to get away. He's going to get away! We got a runner, folks. We got a runner. So as you're getting closer to the Haven's garage, he finally manages to get the car door on the passenger side open, and he leaves you with his jacket, with his gang colors, and just legs it down the street. Of course.
Just as a thing, at this point, could some of us have stepped out of the Haven to watch this?
Absolutely.
So we can intervene?
Yes, you can. Kate, Syl. Tony isn't there yet for some reason.
Oh, wait, no.
Where is Tony? Nobody knows where Tony is.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
I have absolutely no idea.
We also have no way of tracking you.
Exactly. # no GPS. Leo is coming out. Okay, between all the 3 of you, I think you're going to catch this guy. Like, he's running out of the car, and Leo is there with his, I guess, strength and brawl. I don't think he has enough dexterity athletics to keep up with this guy, necessarily. But
I just need to make eye contact with him once and tell him to stop.
Okay, so he has 4 to get out of the car. Let's see how quickly he can make his escape here. He's trying to run away. He is desperate to get away, so he's using willpower for everything. So that gives us 3 successes to try to get away. And someone will have to match that somehow. Leo has dexterity, athletics, some, but not so much.
I do have dexterity. And I could blood surge, in theory.
You could. Leo can use a willpower boost.
Okay, damn.
Okay, Leo does it.
Man of the hour.
Go away,
Yeah.
go.
Leo just legs it down there, chases him down, and that's it. He is going to be captured by you all and dragged into the house. Which is probably just as well, because, yeah. How far away are you from the nearest neighbors?
These are brownstones, so they're all just slapped
Right on
next
top
to
of
each other.
You know
Yeah,
what?
there's no gaps between buildings.
There's no gaps between buildings. So if anyone wakes up and looks out the window, I don't think people in this neighborhood wakes up and looks out the window, because Latin Kings has this area, and people make it a policy not to mess with Latin Kings, right?
Yep. And also, our building has Latin kings.
Yes. And also, there's going to be a bunch of Latin Kings surrounding this guy and bringing him in, as it were.
Just to make it clearer, I'm just going to get a hose and just hose down the front porch to get any blood drops off it. Just wash everything into the gutter.
That
So
makes
there's
sense.
not a trail of blood from the street into our house.
Oh, we're going to make sure that there's no forensic evidence leading to you guys.
Yes. That's what I'm planning. Well, yes.
I feel that's an
Inve-
intelligence, or is it a dexterity investigation? We haven't used that combination yet.
Okay, that one's a unique one.
Yeah.
Or maybe wits investigation to spot the evidence and then
No,
destroy
we're
it.
doing the scrubbing here. So, Sylvester, this is your hour. Because you have lots of dexterity and an investigation.
Sure. I
Right?
did invest a point into investigation.
Yeah, and you have dexterity lots. So this is your job to...
I did not assign you this job. I was happy to do it slowly on my own. But, okay.
Yeah,
What are we
because you have to
actually doing
scrub
about the
everything up.
pulverized guy a couple of streets away?
What was that?
What are we doing about the pulverized guy a couple of streets away?
We don't know about him.
I guess cops can find
Do
out.
we know
about
at all that Goldtooth has technically broken the masquerade?
Nope.
No? Okay, I guess in that case, I'm just gonna focus on playing Power Wash Simulator.
There is going to be a police investigation into this. You just know it. And you're all going to be asleep at that point. Oh, look at you guys. You go. That's nice. It's going to be a decent job of scrubbing here. I'm going to set level 3 difficulty. What was
I
that?
will assist if I can to try and give them a Sylvester a success.
Why
Just
not?
from my assistance.
Why not? Yeah, so... some extra help there. Alright.
It's just, I'm glad it's just this.
Yeah.
This is easy to clean up.
Meanwhile, let's not forget our friend in the Barrens here. Out in the... Oi. Tony. You're in the Barrens. Everything hurts. You can wobble about. Right?
Yep.
But not better than that. You don't exactly know how much time there is until the sun comes up.
Oi.
What you gonna do? You don't have your car out here.
I guess I'm gonna have to find a spot to hide.
That makes sense. How about intelligence survival?
Fuck.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't be cackling, should I?
Not
This is
audibly.
gonna have to be a blood. No, not a blood surge. I don't.
No?
I'm gonna have. I can't push that. Fuck.
You find something. It's not the most amazing hiding spot ever. If a vampire hunter is on your tail, they're gonna find you very quickly with 2 successes.
Yep.
But at least it's enough to get you out of the sun.
Yep.
Because this
Oi.
is the Rust Belt, and there are hidey holes. You can, like, go down into, maybe there's connection to the sewers. There's, like, old basements that are partially collapsed. There's a lot of
An
spaces.
old boiler
here.
room.
Exactly, an old boiler room. You just hide
Yeah,
behind the boiler and hope for the best.
Yeah, I just find whatever I can and just hunker down.
And hope that
Yeah.
that will suffice. We have an hour until the sun comes up, if that. I think it's slightly less because of all the shenanigans that just happens. It's gonna be, let's say, half an hour until the sun comes up. People are starting to feel sleepy, aren't they? What are we gonna do with this guy who is absolutely petrified and just... And Tony is still not at home.
First thing, we're gonna send, or Kate's gonna tell the Latin Kings, we've got this.
Yep.
Leave.
Yep, they're
'Cause we
gonna
don't
be
want,
fine.
we don't want mortals in here.
That's, yeah, so the kings will leave you alone. And Dex will actually come to the house and be like, hey, you guys have seen Tony?
No, he should be here. Where is he?
What the fuck? He went to the Succubus Club, man. I wasn't allowed to go with him. And then I checked it there, but he wasn't there either. Now I don't have a fucking clue where he is. Fuck. I thought it was here.
He'll be fine. He'll be fine. He's a big guy.
Yeah, Dex
You know
is not
how he is.
convinced. Any last things you want to do before you go to bed?
I'm sure we've got some pretty good restraints in the house, just generally.
Oh yeah.
Not like a cell, but because we don't have that feature. But
You're gonna
maybe
get that
just
feature, aren't you?
Oh,
we may need it.
By now, surely we would have invested in some fucking ropes.
Yeah, like we've
Yes,
got
ropes,
some
definitely.
handcuffs. I guess
Alright.
from all the cops.
Yeah,
The fuck
at this
is-
point, we unironically need to invest in a cell.
Yeah. So I guess
Need to do
I'm
some
just gonna
renovation
say,
people.
Kate's gonna say, okay, I don't want to deal with this right now. We'll deal with it tomorrow. She's gonna look at the guy in the face and say, if you cause a problem, your punishment will be worse. Understand that.
He just nods.
Great. And then she's just gonna try and handcuff him and just lead him down into the basement.
Yep. He's down in the basement. He has probably peed his pants profusely. Like,
Fucking animal.
I guess you can soak in that.
Sylvester, Dex, and
Yes?
Leo, I'm a bit short right now. I don't want to pressure your people. But we need someone to watch this guy who we can trust.
man, I'm gonna go look for Tony. And he just leaves.
In that
If,
case,
if Charlie can get a moment alone with this guy out of earshot, he's just going to whisper in his ear, "Don't say anything about what you saw me do. Tell them everything else." And then he will just walk out of the room.
Sneaky.
I did leave him in the basement, so that's probably the perfect time to do that.
Yeah. I want you to roll a charisma intimidation check, please. Gold tooth.
Probably with a few automatic successes.
With 3 automatic successes, because he's absolutely panicky right now, because holy moly.
Like, you've done, like, 9 different types of fucked up shit.
You'll have 2... Okay, you don't even have to roll. Yeah, he's gonna be like, yeah, no, not a word, man. Not a word. Yeah, promise, man. Yeah. Swear. I swear to God, man.
At which point, when Charlie walks back into the room looking like he's just been through several car crashes,
Which...
what the fuck happened, and is there anything more we need to deal with?
And Charlie's just going to...
Actually, leave the explanation for tomorrow. Is there anything we need to deal with now?
So do they know about the guy I ran over, or did that happen
Nope.
too far?
That was
That
around the
happened out of
corner
sight.
in an alley.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Oh, we did see the large blood stain, I'm guessing, on the front of your car.
Yeah. No, it wasn't even his car.
It's not even
No,
his car.
on the front of the car.
Yeah, on the front of the car, the rust bucket. That's not even his car.
I guess I can't really cover that, so I guess it is important that they know this has happened. But I will just say like the sort of most minimal description of what happened and where the body is, and then just go to bed.
I just kind of ran over a guy. You know what? This is a manipulation subterfuge check to lie by omission.
That's fine.
I have a feeling-
Kate loves subterfuge versus subterfuge. It's her best skill.
Oh no, this is Wits and Insider. You're gonna read him.
Thing I'm really good at.
But I have a feeling Charlie's very bad at lying.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't
Do I
even have
have
to roll.
Roll.
You don't even have to roll. He's mumble and looks incredibly guilty.
Okay, is there another body? Is there a witness or a body? What are we dealing with?
As far as Charlie, there's no witness because it was in an alleyway.
I'll just say no witness, body, however you describe where alleys are around here, just like 2 over and 1 down or whatever.
Like, we've only got like 20 minutes before the sun comes up.
Yep. This is a job for Leo, obviously, because
Yeah,
he can stay up.
It's a job for Leo to clean up, but I think the best thing to do is he's gonna say, "Okay, I need a hand. Leo, can you watch the guy downstairs? And please."
Honestly,
You know.
the best person to do the cleanup of all of you is Charlie because of his rush job.
Yeah, all I was thinking is we remove the body from the scene and leave Leo the cleanup of the bits.
I think Charlie is
Like we.
faster with that part, but of the bits.
Oh yeah.
Because of rush job. But that's only
Yeah,
if he wants to risk a hunger check, which we don't know if he wants. A rouse check.
There is the dead body. You can suck the blood out of the dead body.
I don't think we can. Generally.
Hold on. Yes, we can, or at least maybe there's a retcon because we did drink the blood of that body in the first
Yeah,
story.
that's true. Leopold
Wait,
can
what?
definitely.
The
Leopold can
Uber
definitely carry a
Oh,
body.
Joey, remember in the Prince's Haven, we saw the dead body of one of his ghouls and we drank it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you did.
that one, yeah.
You did. Leo can definitely go out with, I don't know, some plastic wrapping and work quickly to, I guess, put the body in. Okay, so what Leo's gonna do. Oh my god. He's gonna.
I think actually Sylvester is gonna refuse to let Leo do this.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this
Leo-
is for Charlie to rush job.
Leo's, I can grab the body, put it in the trunk, and then take the car with the body on it, and I don't know, drive it into the lake or something.
We
I
should
forgot
search-
Leo had human sensibilities, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
And
Sylvester is just like, yeah, no, maybe Leo shouldn't look at dead beyond bodies that
And
much.
he's
Yeah,
Uh,
I was just saying, I'll go with Charlie. My plan was just to grab the body, throw it down the nearest manhole cover, and wash the area clean before we collapse.
And we should probably search the car before we dump it.
Yeah,
I don't think we.
there's
I
not
don't
time
think
for
we
that.
have time to dump
There's
the
not
car.
time for that.
But that's
Yeah, that's a
something the
tomorrow
Kings could
problem.
do. Like the Kings, if we want to search the car quickly, or
The thing is,
Sylvester
you
and
don't have
Leo could
influence
search the
over
car?
them yet. So the kings are probably going to be more like, "You want us to what now? Like, that's not the deal here. We're here to keep people away from your house, not to freaking cover up
funnily,
murder."
yeah, keep people away from our house. They were outside our house.
Yeah, but they weren't going onto the property.
Hey, that's fine. If a cop sits outside your house, they're not doing anything to you.
God damn it. I guess you're going to persuade them, aren't you?
She's gonna try. She's at her wit's end.
Yeah.
Can I assist with?
This has been a very interesting night for everyone.
It has been, hasn't it?
Can I assist with offering like a small amount of money?
Absolutely, you can.
I
Diaz
do
is
have
like,
one
hey,
built-in
this is
resources."
not, you're not paying us for this shit. We're paid for other shit, like,
Yeah.
baseballing
Yeah.
people.
You're already paid, and I'm paying you a little bit extra for this. Eh?
He's gonna roll resolve an insight check to resist your horrible
You
attempt
want
at
to do?
bribery.
Want to roll the persuasion, Sylvester?
He has two
Pretty
successes.
alright at persuasion, so I can if you want to.
Yeah. Well, you're making the bribe. Seems fair.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Yep. And definitely gonna spend his willpower point for that. He has 3 successes now. You have
Can
been
I
us
also
enough for that.
activate awe?
You could. Yes, that helps with your persuasion too. So let's go.
Yes.
Presence as well.
Uh,
Malkavian with presence. But it's only to do amazing shows. Except in this case.
Did presence cost anything? I don't remember.
No,
if
awe
awe
doesn't
cost
cost
anything.
anything. No, there's no cost to it.
Okay,
It's free.
excellent.
So just a
Very nice
free
ability.
presence die. Yeah. Come on, man.
Okay, so I'm adding presence, persuasion, wits, and presence.
Got the Sylvester.
Persuasion. No, persuasion, manipulation, and presence. That's the correct one. It's the right amount of dice.
You got
Oh,
this.
Magic critical.
6 successes.
What kind of a compulsion can we offer you tonight? Clan compulsion.
Oh, no.
The whispers in the dark behind. You can't trust him. He's a criminal. He's a crook. He speaks for the devil. Or is Sylvester gonna sound like the demon in the back of his mind as he's just grabbing the two lapels of Diaz and saying, "You don't want to mess this up. We have a good relationship here," or something like that.
He's not as much doing it physically, but he's doing it verbally. Like, his like voice goes into a whisper and he just goes, "Listen, we have a very good deal here. And I'm making it better. So much better. I'm even offering you money.
Yeah, whatever.
There
Yeah,
are
we'll
worse
do it, man.
things
We'll
I
do
could
it.
offer."
Yeah. Don't worry about it, man. We'll do it. Yeah. Yeah, that came through. Now he is convinced that you're a psychopath. Which is probably not too far from the truth, to be honest. He just took...
That's just a lovable
for
one
now?
in the group.
He just took aggravated damage to his willpower. Final question is, in fact, to Ivy, who gets home and knows nothing about all the horrible things that happened at the Coteries
Yeah.
Haven.
I leave it 2 hours before sunrise, and he still managed to get into a massive fight in those 2 hours.
A
I
massive
literally,
mess.
I'm going to have to move in Maria Van Trapp or something.
Pretty much. But your haven is nice and fine, right? It's you can see
Yeah.
out of the city and
One of those like child leashes for us.
What is the last thing Ivy does before going to bed for the day?
I guess he's going to he's going to ring his daughter and check in with her.
Yeah, that's gonna work. She's gonna pick up the phone. It's a few signals going through, because let's face it, it's 6:30 or so when you're calling. And yeah, she's picking up the phone like, yeah?
Hey, Stephanie, I know it's early, but you know how with the way things are changing, I'm moving on to Hong Kong time. We have to be a bit ahead, so I won't have much time to interact with you. So I just thought I'd ring now. Hopefully you'll be up, because I'm about to head in, check in on how you're doing at college.
Right. I'm doing fine, Dad. Just fine. Is she really?
I could try with insight, maybe.
Oh, Ivy's a dad and not just a daddy. Got it. Didn't know this.
Roll that.
Insight plus what? Check her intelligence?
Wits, really.
Wits. Okay.
Certainly over a phone line. How good is she at lying her way through stuff, would you say?
She's not very good. Like, I picture her as like somebody who, because her dad is a big personality, she has a small
personality. Yeah.
Yeah.
So more into
successful.
composure and whatnot. Okay then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
she's-
good at lying to you.
Maybe she's amazingly good at.
Yeah,
lying
honestly,
to you.
that's more like in line with being really good at lying.
She's gonna say, I'm okay, but you can hear in her voice that there's some stress there.
Oh, you know what? Are you free this evening? I could drop in you before the Hong Kong markets open. Maybe we could have some coffee and
Dad,
discuss.
I have a bunch of papers that are due. She's cracking here. I'm down to a 3.5 GPA, Dad. I need to get back up again.
Don't
Sorry if you
worry
hear something, man.
about your grip. You can always don't overstress yourself, Stephanie. You can always change majors or whatever sports you, whatever you do.
Yeah, sure, Dad. Sure. Thanks, Dad. I'll pull through myself. I'll pull through myself. It's not going to be a big deal. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have class yet for a while. Yeah, so she's gonna be fine with chatting for you for a while. Unfortunately, you can't be fine with chatting with her for a while because the sun is coming up.
What I'm going to do is, after talking, I'm going to start like yawning theatrically and be
Yeah.
like, "I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'd love to say it, but I was up all night looking at the Hong Kong market, and I was like,
Right.
look, I'll call you wherever."
Yeah, you do
this
that,
evening.
Dad. You do that. Sleep nice, Dad. Sleep well.
See you.
And so we're gonna leave the Odd Job gang in this precarious, perhaps, position with Tony sleeping in a rusty boiler room after having been absolutely beaten to the pain, with the rest of the Odd Job gang having a new prisoner and everything being an absolute mess. But before we actually do leave the Odd Job gang, the final little thing we have to do here in the Coteries Haven is to check in on how Charlie is doing with his humanity. Roll your remorse check, Charlie. You do that by going into the blood drop on the tab on the left-hand side of your sheet and just click the word humanity.
You got this.
You don't got this.
You got
Oh shit,
this.
you got this.
Look at
Got that
that.
faith.
Well, Charlie feels a lot of remorse. This was absolutely not how you wanted this night to go. Inside you, as you try to fall asleep in your part of the house, this is just this gnawing feeling that you made all this progress, and I hope Danov never hears about any of this. And so we're gonna leave poor Charlie with that. Poor man. And next week, it's gonna be a new night, and maybe we'll learn something about who these kids in the Rust Bucket cars are and why they've been following so many different people.
Well, I know that one of them's paint now.
Yeah, one of
Also,
them's paint.
one
now.
more question. You did say to remind us of this. Where are you going to raid someone?
What was that? What we're gonna?
Where are we going to raid someone? By any chance?
On
Oh,
Discord.
I don't have. Yeah, there's nobody who is in fact broadcasting at the moment of the people I know, so not this time. Unfortunately, I
Damn.
don't know any of the other guys here. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, I have to figure out how it works. I've never done this before, but we will eventually, I'm sure. I don't know. I need to check in like schedules and stuff. But very well. Thanks for anyone following this. Follow, subscribe, bell buttons, everything. And next week, night falls over Chicago yet again.
And you will see more of this dumbass hat.